At 3 a.m., while you're deep in a dream you won't remember, something with 4 legs and no warning steps directly onto your ribs, pauses, and stares at your face in the dark. This isn't random. Cats don't waste energy on pointless movement, especially not at an hour when every instinct in their body should be pulling them toward stillness. Most people assume their cat is just looking for a warm spot to sleep, but if that were true, it would curl up beside you and stay there, not walk across your body at odd angles and return to the exact same spot every single night like it's checking something. The real reason is stranger, and once you understand what's happening inside your cat's brain during those 30 seconds, you'll never look at that visit the same way again. 1. To understand this, you have to go back to what a cat actually is underneath the fur in the domestication. Cats are crepuscular, meaning their biology is wired to be most alert during the hours just before dawn and just after dusk. While you're unconscious and vulnerable, your cat's internal clock is telling it that this is exactly the time to scan the environment and confirm everything in its territory is accounted for. And in a cat's mind, you are part of that territory. Not an owner, not even family the way we think of it. You are a resource, a companion, and often the single most important living thing in its world. So when it walks across your body at night, it isn't wandering. It's patrolling, checking every corner of what it considers its space, and you happen to be lying right in the middle of that space, unmoving and unaware, which in a predator's mind is exactly the kind of situation that demands a closer look. 2. Cats also have scent glands concentrated in their paws, releasing pheromones with every step. When your cat walks across you and pauses to knead, it isn't just applying pressure for comfort, it's marking you, chemically, repeatedly, the same instinct that makes it rub against furniture and door frames during the day, except now the house is quiet, there's no competition, and the marking becomes more deliberate and far more physical. But scent marking alone doesn't explain the staring. It doesn't explain why some cats walk onto your chest specifically, position themselves right over your heart or your face, and simply watch you breathe, sometimes for minutes at a time, without making a single sound, almost like they're studying you. 3. This behavior has been observed so consistently that researchers studying feline attachment have started drawing comparisons to something unexpected, the way human infants check on a parent during sleep transitions. Cats securely bonded to their owners show patterns strikingly similar to attachment styles seen in young children. They seek proximity when vulnerable. They monitor their person during moments of unconsciousness. To a predator's brain, and cats never fully lose that wiring, stillness is unusual. Stillness can mean danger or illness. A cat walking onto your chest at night is often performing a check, pressing its paws against your ribcage to feel your breathing, waiting until it senses the rhythm it's looking for before finally settling down, almost like it needs proof that you're okay before it can relax itself. 4. There's another layer most people never consider, and it has to do with your own sleep cycle. Human sleep moves through stages, and during lighter stages your breathing slows, your temperature drops slightly, and you become more still than during REM sleep. Some behaviorists believe cats can sense shifts in your breathing and body temperature before you even wake up, which is why so many owners report their cat walking on them minutes before an alarm goes off. Your cat isn't guessing. It's reading signals you don't even know you're giving. Sometimes it's simpler and more urgent than territory or attachment. Hunger is one of the most common triggers, especially in cats fed on a strict schedule, because their internal hunger clock doesn't care what time your alarm is set for, and it will keep waking you up until that clock is satisfied, no matter how many times you try to ignore it. 5. And then there's the possibility that unsettles people the most once they hear it: discomfort or anxiety. Cats experiencing stress, changes in their environment, or even early signs of illness will sometimes increase nighttime activity and seek closer physical contact with their owner as a coping mechanism. If the behavior is new, sudden, or paired with changes in appetite, vocalization, or litter box habits, it stops being a quirky nighttime ritual and starts being information your cat is trying to hand you directly, in the only language it has. This is the part most owners miss entirely, because the behavior looks the same on the surface whether it's affection, hunger, or distress, and only the timing and context reveal which one it actually is. Even small shifts, like a new visitor in the house or a piece of furniture moved from its usual spot, can be enough to trigger this kind of nighttime restlessness in a cat that normally sleeps through the entire night without moving. 6. So what do you actually do with all of this? You start paying attention to the pattern instead of the moment. Notice the time it happens. Notice where on your body it walks and settles. Notice whether it happens every night or only during weeks when something in your routine changed. That pattern is your cat talking to you in the clearest way it knows how, because it doesn't have another language to use. The moment you start reading it instead of reacting to it, the entire relationship with your cat starts to look different. And if this changed the way you'll think about that next 3 a.m. visit, there's a good chance the rest of what your cat does during the day is sending you signals too, most of which you've probably been missing without even realizing it, right in front of you, every single day.